Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack the code on how you can actually land an amazing remote job. Because let's face it, the market out there is tougher than ever. If you've ever sent out an application and felt like it just vanished into a digital black hole, well, this one's for you. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let's kick things off with a statistic that is honestly just wild. Get this. A massive 40% of all hires come from referrals. 40. But only 7% of people looking for jobs are actually using them? I mean, that's not a gap, that's a canyon. It's this giant, underused superhighway to getting hired. So the big question is, why is nobody on it? Well, that brings us to what we're calling the remote job paradox. See, on the one hand, you've got more remote jobs available than at any point in history, which sounds great. But on the other hand, that boom has created this insane flood of applicants for every single opening. So here's the thing you really need to get. The problem isn't a lack of jobs. The problem is a lack of visibility. When there are hundreds or even thousands of people applying for one position, your resume probably isn't even being seen by a real human being. Your challenge isn't finding a job, it's getting noticed. And that's exactly what we're going to fix today. So how do you solve that visibility problem? You already know the answer. Referrals. They are your secret weapon. Seriously, think of a referral as your personal superpower in this job search. It lets you skip the massive line and basically teleport straight to the front. And this superpower gets you access to something called the hidden job market. A huge chunk of the very best roles, they never even make it to a public job board. They get filled behind the scenes, through people's networks. A referral is pretty much the only key that unlocks that door. But listen, not all referrals are created equal. You have to know the difference between a warm referral and a cold one. A cold referral, from someone you barely know, might get your resume a quick glance. But a warm referral, from someone who actually knows you, trusts you, and can vouch for you. That's what gets you the interview and ultimately gets you hired. Trust is the real currency here. And the advantage is just crystal clear when you look at it side by side. With a referral, your visibility shoots right up. Your credibility is instantly high. The whole hiring process is just faster. You're not just another PDF in a folder anymore. You're a real person who comes pre-vetted with an internal champion. A cold application just can't compete with that. It's not even a fair fight. Okay, so you get the why. You're on board. But now the question is where? Where do you even find these people to build the relationships that lead to referrals? Well, it's all about being smart and strategic about how you navigate the huge digital world of online communities. A fantastic place to start is on platforms that are more than just a list of jobs. Places like FlexJobs, We Work Remotely, and Power to Fly have actually built communities right into their sites. Think of them as hubs where you can connect with thousands of other pros who are all in on remote work, just like you. But, and this is super important, you can't just spray and pray. A broad, untargeted approach where you join 20 different groups is just a recipe for burnout. It doesn't work. The key is to be selective. Focus your energy where it counts, in communities that are actually aligned with your specific industry and your career goals. And that's where these niche communities really shine. You've got specialized Slack channels, Reddit communities like r/remote work, and all sorts of focused Facebook and Discord groups. These are the places where you can have deeper, more meaningful conversations. It's where you stop being just a name and start building actual, valuable connections. And finally, for those of you aiming for more senior positions, you might want to consider some exclusive groups. Your LinkedIn network is a given, of course, but think about professional associations or even paid communities. Sometimes investing a little money gives you direct access to decision makers and high-level conversations you just won't find anywhere else. All right, now for the part that I think trips everyone up, the execution. You've found the right place, you've started building a connection. Now how do you actually ask for the referral without feeling awkward or pushy? Let's break down the perfect way to do it. Just follow these 4 steps. 1, and this is absolutely non-negotiable, build a real, genuine connection first. Give before you ever think about asking. 2, when you do ask, give them everything they need. The job link, your resume, a quick summary of why you're a great fit. 3, make it completely effortless for them. I mean, even offer to draft a little note they can send along. And 4, always, always, always follow up to say thank you no matter what happens. Here's a game-changing way to frame your request, especially if it's not someone you know super well. Instead of that high-pressure ask like, hey, can you get me a job? Try something softer. Something like, based on my background, could you maybe point me toward the right person to talk to? See the difference? It shows you've done your homework, and it's assertive without being demanding. This brings us to our last section, and it might be the most important mindset shift of all. You have to stop thinking of networking as this short-term thing you only do when you're desperate for a job. It is a long-term strategy for your entire career. To really play the long game, you have to make these principles a habit. Consistently contribute value to your network without expecting anything back. Schedule check-ins that are just to say hi, not to ask for something. Seek out informational interviews just to learn. And always, always prioritize the relationship over the request. That is how you build what's called social capital, the kind of deep trust that leads to those incredible warm referrals when you actually need them. So, we're going to leave you with this final thought. Your next big career move, that dream remote job you've been looking for, it's almost certainly out there, right now, sitting inside someone else's network. The only question is, are you? Thanks for watching The Explainer.